I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
We continue on with our preseason for season 2 here in the AFA, with excitement looming here in Dallas as their expansion Cowboys get set to take on the St. Louis Rams in yet another preseason matchup here. Hello everybody, Cameron Duty here with you. I hope you guys are doing well as we get ready and get set for, like we said, another day of action here in the American Football Association on YouTube. We've got two great squads here that I'm very excited to get a chance to call their games, right? This is the first time for me as we continue to work through this preseason, getting to call both of these teams. We have, of course, the Dallas Cowboys, the startup franchise, and the St. Louis Rams, who in season 1, of course, was the San Francisco 49ers. They have relocated. They kept the gold, but they traded in the red for some blue. And so we've got some really cool threads for, of course, both of these teams. You've got the iconic star there for the Dallas Cowboys, and, of course, the Rams with that blue and gold that made them so synonymous, really household names, honestly, in the early 2000s there in pro football, and now here in the AFA. Kickoff is underway. Again, we welcome one and all in for this preseason matchup. A great opportunity to see how both of these teams will fare, what we look to see them really their positives, the negatives as well that they may want to work on before the season begins in just a few weeks. But we'll start off with the St. Louis Rams as they will get the football first. So a 1st and 10 coming right here. As it's a throw immediately right in the open flat there, right close to midfield. And we've already got a big connection to start the day off right. Let's take a look at this replay as we get set and introduce the team rosters. That was King Wonder with the throw, finding Jay Ballmer. Starting lineup, King Wonder at quarterback, Yaki Soba at halfback, Matthew Rogers, and we'll stop there for this play as we have a rush by Yaki Soba. Again, the wide receiver unit for the Rams, that we said Matthew Rogers, and as I pronounce this name for the very first time, if I need work on it, definitely let me know. Jayo Yakilome. The tight end is Jay Ballmer. Left tackle, Emperor Wonder, and right tackle, Watto Watson. Gain of 4 on 1st down, so 2nd and 6 coming here as Wonder hands off to Soba again, gets 2 before being brought down, and we will look at this defense here of the Dallas Cowboys. Defensive end Christopher Randall and defensive tackle Kevin Beers. The middle linebacker is Jack Maddox, who just made that tackle. The outside linebacker is Trey Ingram. The cornerback is Billy Milley, and the free safety, Storm Duck, and a strong safety, Esteban Jaquez. Here's a throw on 3rd down. It's batted away once again. It's Jack Maddox, whose name, of course, we've already called twice in this game, but a really good start for Jack Maddox as St. Louis will get the ball out close to midfield, actually past midfield, but they will have to punt it away. A good defensive effort there by the Dallas Cowboys. We have the punt as it is fielded. A return of 5 yards there. Gets it out to the 20-yard line where we will say hello to the Cowboys starting lineup. Rookie quarterback Willie Beeman leads this Cowboys team. In the backfield, he's got halfbacks Evan Lacey and Isabella Maccabees. The wide receivers are Kobe Flowers, Silo Jackson, and DeAnthony Mabami. Again, as I practice these pronunciations, let me know if there's anything that I can improve upon. We have a man in motion for the Cowboys to start off. That's Silo Jackson, the wide out. The throw connecting. Great reception there. Willie Beeman to his wide out. Number 19. It's a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 with motion once more here. Beeman under center. One man in the backfield. It is a handoff. Maccabees gets a yard. And brings up 2nd and 9. Defense for the Rams. Defensive end Slappy Clappy and Derek Mumbabi. The defensive tackle, Doc McStuffins. The middle linebackers, Kevin Lurkland. The cornerbacks, Prince Wonder and A.C. Jackson. Here's a run by Beeman. Slides his way to a 1st down, and that guy has a set of legs on him. What a great play. Take a look here at Willie Beeman. He gets through that very, very tight hole. And when he gets into the open spaces, he slides forward for the 1st. Again, finishing this Rams defense, we mentioned the cornerbacks, Prince Wonder, A.C. Jackson, and a strong safety, E.M.D. Watson. On 1st and 10, Beeman, fresh set of downs, going to go to the air. Snags that one, and I am not even sure. Tell me how his intended wide receiver came up with that. I don't know. I look forward to getting a replay in here to take a look at not only the throw was more by Willie Beeman, and we'll get a great look from the sky cam, but also this catch. It was almost intercepted. Matter of fact, it probably should have been intercepted, as that was Kevin Lurkland, the middle linebacker, who just about picked that one off in midair. Nevertheless, a great play made by the Cowboys. Kobe Flowers in motion. Beeman throws again, wide open. There's his halfback. No, it's Silo Jackson, excuse me. Getting introduced to Silo Jackson, number 33. The wideout all by himself out in open spaces. Let's look at Beeman's throw here. Yeah, not sure what happens with the coverage, but that was number 21, Prince Wonder, who was about a step and a half behind. I'm going to assume just beat off the line. And Beeman finds Jackson. So first and goal coming here. Handoff. Finding his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown. There's Maccabees. First TD of the day for both teams, and it comes on a really nice drive by the Cowboys quarterback, Willie Beeman Company and Isabella Maccabees. Watch this run. The blocking is good, but even better is her just attention to detail there in that play, how the holes were opening up, and she shifted her focus to the left side of the formation, and in doing so, it got her just enough open field to take it to the house for the touchdown. The extra point is good. So a 7-0 lead here for the Dallas Cowboys after a 6-play, 80-yard drive with big plays coming in the likes of Silo Jackson. That was a huge pitch and catch there from Willie Beeman to Silo Jackson that really set up that first and goal situation. 4:14 remaining in the first quarter of this preseason matchup, and the Cowboys lead the Rams. The Rams get a chance to start over here on their second series of the day. It started out really well on the first drive before it stalled out just past midfield, and the Cowboys defense really kind of tightened up. This is the fun part, and I said it in the another broadcast that we had here in the preseason. I said it's a great time for not only the players to get back in the swing of things, but it's also good for your broadcaster here to get back in the swing of things in the broadcast booth as well, get introduced to these new players, new pronunciations, new numbers. So, I ask for patience there as I work through some of these. Yakisoba with the carry as he gets 2 on the play. King Wonder in the backfield. Here's the snap. Wonder going to throw, tipped away. Falling towards the ground was the free safety Storm Duck, and Storm just great job of really awareness there and adjusting your body to the trajectory of the football, and he gets a hand in there and he swats it away. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Rams, who once again are faced with a third down situation here. We said we would be looking at all those things, the good, the bad, and the ugly of each and every team in these preseason matchups. What works, what doesn't, and what needs to be improved upon. We'll see what they can do on third down, and they can't do anything. King Wonder goes down, the pressure coming right up the middle and even around the edges too. And guess who? Jack Maddox, the middle linebacker. Well, he is having a coming out party here today, and I tell you what, in many instances that we have had already here in the AFA in this preseason for Season 2, we've seen a lot of new players step up and make big plays, and they're putting the league and the viewers on notice. Return of 10 yards here as this is brought out by Kobe Flowers out to the 42-yard line. We've seen Willie Beeman just be about, pitch perfect, if you will, on that first drive. We'll see if he can keep carrying a tune into this second series as we have Kobe Flowers in motion. Another good pocket, throwing the Flowers in a little drag route over the middle. Short yardage, but it's a nice 5-yard pickup on first down. So that will bring up 2nd and 5, but yeah, you just take the underneath there when there's nothing else going for you, and you still get 5 positive yards on first down. Pressure coming up the middle, going to get home. No! Beeman gets rid of it, and on the fly, he's able to throw that one out there to Witten, his tight end, and not able to reel it in, so that will bring up a 3rd and 5 situation.
3rd and 6.
Looking more like 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 5, though, as you can see there. It's a long 5, we'll put it that way. Man in motion here, number 9 for the Cowboys. Puts trips to the right, and it's an empty set. Nobody in the backfield other than Willie Beeman behind center. The protection is good. Here's the throw right at the sticks. Oh, and knocked away. That's Prince Wonder, the cornerback, Prince Wonder, who literally had a great opportunity to get in there, force a hand in it, deflect the football away. The Cowboys, it looked for a minute as if they were going to be able to convert right there on the first down marker, but it is batted away, incomplete, good coverage, and so the punt here coming, and the Rams will take back over. The ball is loose. The Cowboys jar it loose, but just so thankfully there was a special teams man in the area for the Rams to fall on it. Maybe the unsung hero of the day. He keeps the football in the Rams' possession. They will start from their 16-yard line. Oh, that was a hit, too. That was laid right there on the Rams return man. Incredible stuff. King Wonder now. He's going to throw. Oh, bobbled, almost intercepted. A couple people there in the vicinity had a opportunity at it, although it does fall to the ground incomplete. Wonder now, maybe you're going to want to settle down just a little bit here in this game. Obviously, it is just preseason, but nerves and anxiousness, well, it's still there when you're, continuing to learn and gel with your team here. All eyes on you. Wonder going to throw again. This time throws the interception. Gave him another opportunity at it, eh? And it's a great job right there by the Dallas Cowboys. They did a good job with the coverage, and Bruce Thornton comes up with the INT. Now, you'll see it looks like Wonder just kind of, he made an air ball there, and he wanted to give his intended wide receiver a chance to go up and get it. But in doing so, that ball really hung up in the air too long. And you see what happened as Thornton comes up with the interception, and that will give the Cowboys impeccable field position starting from the St. Louis 27-yard line with 2:22 remaining here in the first. Here's a throw, a dart, middle of the field, connecting again to Kobe Flowers and Willie Beeman. Another great throw by the young rookie sensation. Look at this throw. And now also, I know that none of this is possible unless you have an offensive line. And right now, this offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys is stout. And a great throw and a good route run by Kobe Flowers as well. These two are certainly teaming up for what looks to be a very dangerous duo that we'll probably hear a lot more of as this game continues, or this league actually, the season continues to grow and continues to roll. Oh, that's off the hands of Campbell, the intended tight end. Right off his hands as Beeman had his man wide open, and that hurts. Second and goal, they'll have another shot at it to try to make this a two-score game, but that was an easy touchdown. Campbell, one of the reserve men here on the team, checking in for that play. Shiloh Jackson in motion, and the give. Touchdown! Guess who? Isabella Maccabees. Just waited and watched that develop the whole way. Look at the blocking. Again, impeccable blocking out front, including wide receiver Shiloh Jackson. And then after that, it just leaves Maccabees with an opportunity to kind of really take control, get in the driver's seat, if you will, and carve her own path out there, finding her way to the end zone. And now on to attempt the extra point as this kick right down the middle good. With 1:44 remaining, the Cowboys take advantage of the short field thanks to the big interception by Bruce Thornton. And with another touchdown, a second one on the day by Isabella Maccabees, the Cowboys lead 14-0 here in Dallas, Texas. At the famed Texas Stadium here, where these Cowboys will play all their games, as we, by the good fortunes that we have here of, the sim football, we get a chance to resurrect some of these old stadiums, and Texas Stadium being one of them that we get to see in play once more, which is really cool, the hole in the roof and all. 1st and 10 for the Rams, starting on their 25-yard line with 1:40 remaining in this opening quarter. Now, a chance here for the Rams to maybe put a drive together. Not out of it by any means, but they definitely need to start being able to string some drives along here. You've got Matthew Rogers, one of the most sought-after wideouts, and they try to target him off his hands, and he takes a shot as well. At the same time, it was kind of like a very spontaneous type of play there as he broke free. And about the time it hit his hands, you also seen the defense coming there. I couldn't tell if the ball went off his hands before the contact was made or not. It happened so instantaneously.
Ball at the Rams, 25-yard line.
So on 2nd and 10, motioning out there is the halfback, but the give is to Yakisoba, who picks up 3 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 7. Third down's a situation that St. Louis has not really been able to, quite honestly, flourish in up to this point. We see an empty set here. 3 wide receivers to the right. We've got Yakisoba moving over. Make that 4 now. Here's a throw. Quickly, it's incomplete. To the ground it falls. And once more, the Rams will have to punt it away. So a first quarter that started out actually rather quickly. Fast-paced there has kind of stalled out just a little bit. A lot of drop passes there from the Rams, who have been a little bit shaky as this first quarter has rolled along. King Wonder had the interception on the previous series. This time it's another 3 and out, and so the Cowboys, with Kobe Flowers returning, will set their sights on the end zone once again with 31 with the ball on the 31-yard line, and 57 seconds remaining. In earlier preseason action, of course, you have seen the Bengals, you have seen the Raiders, the Steelers, all, they've had a chance to get out on the field and play as Maccabees runs for 5 yards.
2nd and 5.
Also the Patriots as well. So everybody getting a turn here for a couple of preseason scrimmages, if you will, to try to hone their craft. Maccabees, though, like I said, looking like Isabella Maccabees is going to be in midseason form at the start of this season, too. And Isabella Maccabees really going to get an opportunity to shine here in the Lone Star State. Maccabees, a halfback that a lot of people certainly has thought a lot of, although when the previous season there, playing behind the starting halfback, is I believe that was Ashton Genty there, who was the halfback for the Raiders that she played behind. Hard to get a lot of reps in when you've got Ashton Genty there taking the starting spot there. But now Isabella Maccabees elevated to starting status here in Dallas,
1st and 10.
and making the best of it. She'll be taking shared snaps with Evan Lacey. Again, though, look at this. Cannot bring Maccabees down. Another first down when she should have, quite honestly, been pushed behind the line for a loss. Wow. One more look at it. Bottled up here and just will not go down. And then, after she finds the open room, she starts digging in there and turning the legs to keep the play extended. And we head to the second quarter. The Cowboys over the Rams 14-0 on this AFA preseason special on YouTube. Welcome you back in. Cameron Duty here with you. Big thanks to AFA Commissioner Brady White and everyone behind the scenes that makes this game go round. Here is Maccabees again with the carry. They've got a good thing going here at number 28. And one thing it does is it takes a lot of pressure when you have a ground game that can move as well as Maccabees is able to do at the moment. One thing that it does is it will allow some of that pressure to be taken off your rookie quarterback, Willie Beeman, who up to this point hasn't had any problem either, though, with the pressure. 2nd and 6 coming inside the 10-yard line. Looking to go ahead 3 scores in this one. Gain of 3 for Maccabees again, and that does bring up 3rd and 3. for this St. Louis defense right now. You really want to show that you can get the Cowboys off the field, keep them out of the end zone, even if it means to just hold them to a field goal attempt. That is a start. 3rd and 3 coming. We see motion here. Number 82, the tight end, goes from left to right before he settles there in their slot. It is another carry. Maccabees falls forward. Wow. And gets the first down again. So the drive will continue. And at this point, all the Cowboys have to do is line up and just push Isabella Maccabees forward. Split backs. And it's Beeman under center. Going to give to Maccabees, who cuts the corner, and it's a touchdown. Number 3 on the day for Isabella Maccabees. And right now, this is a one-sided affair here in Dallas. And the fans are absolutely loving it. Take a look at Maccabees. Yeah, just a great job. A good blocking again. That Dallas offensive line is going to be one to watch out for as this game continues. And as the season gets started in a few weeks, that's going to be a problem spot for a lot of teams as they hope to get the pressure on their defense in the backfield against Willie Beeman and Maccabees and some of these players. It's going to be hard. Right now, they're, at least today against St. Louis, it's kind of like a impenetrable wall. But we're waiting to see the Rams with their first really good drive of the day. We know they've got the talent out there to do it. They just got to figure out a couple of positive plays and start to string the drives together. A nice return. And you see the Rams' possessions here. 3 punts and an interception. The first drive of the day went for 31 yards, and it looked as if they were going to be on their way to maybe at least get a field goal out of the drive. It did not happen, as they unfortunately had to punt it away. So it's 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line here for Wonder as he hands off to Soba. Soba picks up 3. In comparison, Maccabees, the average for Maccabees is, about 7 yards a carry. And that's just kind of spitballing off the top of my head with trying to keep up with some notes here on my own. For Soba, it's just been about 2 yards here or there. And another interception. And this is going to go to the house. Nobody is going to get in the way of number 24 for the Dallas Cowboys. Running it back, it's the strong safety Esteban Jaquez for a touchdown. And now it is a 4-touchdown lead for the Dallas Cowboys, intercepting King Wonder. And Wonder left scratching his head right now. He has not been able to really connect with any of his targets since about the first drive. A couple of inerrant throws. That's 2 interceptions on the day. Now I pick 6. And the Cowboys are quite simply having a field day here at home. The extra point is good. 28-0, 5:59 remaining in this first half. And the Cowboys with a 4-score lead. Here's the kick. And return down to the 24-yard line. So, I made the comment earlier, and I've actually said this for many, many seasons that I've been able to call sim football. Some of the preseason games, it's not so much about the final score as it is getting a chance to evaluate your players and getting to evaluate each and every individual out there. The highs, the lows, the goods and the bads. And right now, even though they're down 4 scores, still a good opportunity here for the Rams to, even if victory may not be in the cards today, put together some good plays for a good opportunity for some players to rise to the occasion and make some good plays that is, pleasing to the coaching staff as well. And, even in defeat, if it were to turn out that way today, it's still a good opportunity for this Rams team to go back to the drawing board and learn and maybe check some things off their list and maybe go a different direction if it doesn't work out for them. 3rd and 6. Here's a throw, and that is complete. I believe that was actually bobbled a little bit by Matthew Rogers there, but he is in the end able to hold on to it even after a pretty good size hit. But it's a 1st and 10, and that's the type of plays that you want to see if you are a Rams fan or a coach, part of the organization. Where can we go from here? Where can we grow? What are some of the bright spots? What players do we want to utilize? Wonder getting somehow away from the pressure. It's a marvelous throw to Matthew Rogers out in the flat by himself. The Cowboys brought the pressure up front, and believe me, they crowded that line of scrimmage and see what it does. But it's a great individual effort by King Wonder, who bails out of it and throws a dart. Still perfect accuracy on that to Matthew Rogers for a big 1st down, and there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You're looking for plays like that to evaluate in the film room. And those are the kind of things that your squad will be looking for as this game goes on. Wonder going to try to make another big play at it, swatted away, incomplete. Thornton again. Boy, Thornton has been a thorn in King Wonder's side today with an interception and now a couple of deflections on the day. We see the pass start for King Wonder, who has, like we said, has had a rough go of it to start, but he's actually got some rather nice pass attempts here strung together. And again, got him past the 50-yard line, that very famous Cowboys star here. He's got him in Cowboys territory. 4:17 remaining in the half. It's a give to Soba, who picks up a yard as he is tackled on the spot by Trey Ingram, who stayed home there, knew his assignment, and he just made a really good tackle after a 1-yard gain. Empty set here for the Rams as Wonder throws, and it's off the hands of the intended target there. Looking for number 82. And on 3rd down, another incompletion, and so it will bring up 4th and 9, and once more, the Rams will be forced to have to punt it away. I think a good goal here for the St. Louis Rams in this game tonight is going to be to put together some drives that will get you to the end zone, find a way to put points on the board, to finish drives with touchdowns or at least field goals. Right now, the punting unit looking pretty solid. Kobe Flowers with the return, and Beeman and company comes back out here. 3:45 remaining in the second. One receiver to the top side now. We've got motion, as that's Flowers again. Here's the throw, completing the Flowers. He was the man, as I said, in motion, moved from left to right of the formation, and then another good catch made in the flat, and another good throw into tight coverage by Willie Beeman. Bad place to make a pun, but I tell you what, the Cowboys faithful has to be beaming with pride at Willie Beeman at the moment for some of the plays that he's made. A lot of excitement about this quarterback, and of course their halfback Maccabees, who's looking very good today too. 3rd and 2 coming up after a couple yards gained there by Isabella Maccabees. Continuing to evaluate the Rams defense here. You know, they got a great defensive front with Slappy Clappy and Derek Mbami and Doc McStuffins. And they need to make a big play, and they do. Just enough. As that was number 52 coming up to make the tackle. And it will actually force the Cowboys to punt. Only the second time today, if my memory serves me correctly, that the Cowboys have had to punt. And the defense of the Rams standing tall on that drive. Rogers will again return it here, as he's done many, many times over the, not just this preseason, but last season as well in San Francisco. Their return man. He gets a couple, and the Rams will start from their own 35-yard line with 2:26 to go in this second quarter. Ball on the St. Louis 35. Here's the throw. Wonder to Rodgers at midfield, and it's caught. Heck of a play right there. Matthew Rodgers, like I said, we know what this guy can do. And I think the fun thing about it is in watching Matthew Rodgers, last year he really elevated himself to wide receiver number 1 on that 49ers squad. And I think they expect big things out of him here in St. Louis. Here's a run. Yakisoba, one of his better runs of the day. Good carry on first down, 7 yards, brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Dallas. Right now, it's all Cowboys leading 28-0. You're watching the AFA on YouTube. We welcome you back into this AFA preseason special. Final 2 minutes remaining here. Here is a carry. Soba now with some good blocking out front, able to turn on the Jets, running left side, and he does pick up that 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line.
Minute 38 and counting here, second quarter. Here's Wonder taking the snap, throwing, pushed back now. Matthew Rodgers contained nicely. A good defensive play. You look at Wonder's stats so far, 36% of completion, 72 passing yards, and 2 interceptions. He is wanting to try to change the course of things.
2nd and 8. Ball at the
As it's
26-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Wonder. Gonna float this one up, and it's just off the mark. Looking for his man Jennings out there. And he actually looked like he had him breaking on the route. Maybe had a step on the defenders. But in the unfortunate reality, in the grand scheme of things, that pass, not the most catchable ball. A little off target there. And it is 3rd and 8 with a minute remaining here in the half. Here's King Wonder. Just a toss on 3rd and too long, I think, to try to ask Yakisoba to make that up. He does pick up a couple, and now this will bring the field goal unit out. A left-footed kicker here. 41-yard attempt from the right hash mark. And they'll try to use as much clock as possible. Dallas is, with that 4-touchdown lead, not very concerned about stopping the clock, trying to preserve any time. Snip it at about 2 seconds here. Here's the kick. It is up, and the Rams are on the board. Schwarmer with the kick. It's a 7-play, 41-yard drive that does end in a field goal, and St. Louis will not go to the halftime break scoreless. They do put 3 on the board. It's still a 25-point deficit with 12 seconds remaining in the half. Dallas leads St. Louis 28-3. Although that is progress indeed, able to get down in scoring range. And like we said, you take the victories in these preseason games and then you try to build up on them. Kobe Flowers with the return gets it out across the 30 to the 32-yard line with 8 seconds remaining in the half. We'll see if the Cowboys are content to just run the clock out. I certainly would be. Certainly wouldn't want to push the envelope at that moment. Risk any kind of turnover or freak accident in that regard. And they do hand it off to Maccabees, who has some good room to run there. And they'll let the clock hit 0. Triple zeros, in fact. That's the end of the second quarter here in this AFA preseason special for Season 2 on YouTube. The Cowboys leading the Rams 28-3. We welcome you in for the AFA halftime report, as we'll take a look at some of the scoring plays as well as some of the stats, the stat leaders of the day. Team comparisons, the Cowboys, 98 passing yards, 99 rushing yards, well balanced, obviously, right there. Nearly 200 yards, split right down the middle between the two. The Rams now struggling just a little bit less passing yards, though. King Wonder starting to come along late in that second quarter. We'll see if he can carry that momentum into the third. Willie Beeman, 98 yards on the day. He's not yet scored a touchdown, but why should you really when you've got Isabella Maccabees in the backfield to hand the ball off to? I think that is been a great addition to this Cowboys unit. It's like I said, taking a lot of pressure off of Willie Beeman, somebody to rely upon to make big gains on the ground, and then that certainly helped open up the passing game at times. So we've seen some big defensive plays too, as we see Thornton there with the first interception. Another guy to call out the name of is, Maddox for the Dallas Cowboys got a sack on the day and made some big plays in the defensive front early in this one. There you see yet again another touchdown by Maccabees, the league leader today in touchdowns. Yaki Soba with 40 yards, Willie Beeman with 9 yards as he has that lone rush. Tackling today, as you see right there, Dallas getting the job done as well as we mentioned Maddox with that one sack. So we get ready and transition here into this third quarter. Like we said, a preseason game that, has no real, significance as far as win or loss, but you want to be able to see your team go through a lot of different trials. And one of those for the Rams, I think, is now to see how this team can play, coming from behind. A good opportunity here to see if they can take the second half and try to limit what the Dallas Cowboys have been able to do, especially that gal right there, Isabella Maccabees. 13 attempts at 90 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. As we welcome you back inside Texas Stadium for this start of the third quarter, and what I'm sure will have its fair share of big plays and some exciting moments to come. We thank you all for watching the American Football Association. If you are interested in being a part of the American Football Association, if you want to be a player, if you want to get out here on the virtual gridiron and make some, big plays and big names for yourself, well, you know what? Reach out to us. Go to the American Football Association Discord server, and just like that, you'll be able to be welcomed into the server, greeted by a lot of great people over there in that server, as well as the Commissioner Brady White. Will certainly say hello to you and help guide you on the way that you need to go to create your player and then get assigned to any team that wants to take a shot at you. It's not too late to get started. Still, players are being claimed, up to this very moment in preparation for the start of Season 2 that is coming at the end of March, 1st of April. First play of the third quarter, batted down. Beeman's pass swatted away by number 62, Derek Mbami. As that will bring up second and 10. Good play by the big man. For the first times today, you've seen a little bit of pressure in Willie Beeman's face. He's been well protected. We already have bragged quite a bit on that big, thick, stocky offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys. Here is Silo Jackson, who had a big play in the first half for the Cowboys. He goes in motion. Silo's been actually silenced since that play. It's been a lot of Isabella Maccabees, and here's another good run, 8 yards on second down. Gets it to third and short, and that's been one of the situations with the Rams defense so far. They've not been able to really keep the Cowboys in third and long situations. It's been a lot of third and shorts, and as you know, for the Cowboys today, been a pretty easy day at the office, able to make of those short yardage situations. You see the rushing chart there for Maccabees. 3 touchdowns on the day, 2 coming from the left side, and 1 over there on the right side. They certainly like to let her stretch the field out. It's worked to their advantage, at least on 3 occasions today. Once more, they go left side. Another first down. The drive will continue, and out close to, or inching close to the midfield stripe there is Isabella Maccabees, and pushed out of bounds after another first down. And that, again, is where I mentioned the fact that, those short yardage situations, right? They can burn you alive It's so hard to stop a team when all that they have to get, especially a team with a good offensive line such as these Cowboys, it's very, very difficult to stop them in those inches and 1 and 2 yard situations. So, fresh set of downs just outside the 50. Maccabees goes over 100 yards in today's game. And not done yet. Another carry, although that's a pretty good job there of the defense stopping Isabella Maccabees in her tracks. Gain of 3 on the play, so 2nd and 7 will be coming up.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 49.
Certainly one thing this will do is chew a lot of clock up as well. There's a throw off the mark, incomplete. Looking for Campbell, not able to find him. Just a little too far out ahead of his hands to be able to reel that one in. And it's 3rd and 7. Good opportunity here for the Rams to show that they can get the Cowboys off the field on 3rd down. It's only happened, to my knowledge, twice so far in today's game. An empty set. Here's Beeman. Again, great time. And the defense is there. Plenty of time for Beeman to look for a man, and he tries to thread the needle there as there were about 4 blue jerseys and gold helmets in that area looking for DeAnthony Mbami. And it's 4th and 7.
Number 1 in punt formation. Derek Rogers to make the return.
4th and 7 now coming. Here is a punt. The Rams able to get off the field, and it will be returned by Rogers across the 20, and they bring him down at about the 25-yard line. 6:18 remaining in the 3rd in this AFA preseason special. Boy, we've got some exciting weeks of football to come in the American Football Association, as well as some new broadcasters that you'll have an opportunity to, get introduced to. That's a lot of excitement there as well, as we'll be joined by some great faces here in the booth. I'm excited to be a part of that. Here's Soba with the carry, picking up 4, running left side. Defense getting a good pep talk there on the sidelines as they wait for their chance to come back out. They get a well-earned breather, and let's see if their offense can do something. It's tough on a defense when it's a game of this nature where you see a lot of scoring has been done and not much has been done on your offensive side of the football, and you have to really kind of be the one to, try to right the ship until the offense can get going. It's tough on a defense, so they're no doubt gassed. Here's a good run by Soba, and that will bring us to 3rd and 1. One man in the backfield. Matthew Rogers now goes out wide of the formation, out to, you see him put those cleats right on that 30-yard line there. Here is a toss. Soba, just enough. Good blocking out front as well. Let's give a call to that offensive line of the Rams. Some pancake blocks going on out there, and it's just enough to get Soba the 1st down and to keep the drive going as the Rams now looking to move down the field here. They're inside the 35 out to about the 36-yard line. They go back to the ground with Soba. Nice move there. An 8-yard carry on 1st down, and Yaki Soba starting to really come to life. Soba is somebody that we were very impressed with in Season 1. As a matter of fact, we called on the 49ers at that time, the 49ers, to, really start utilizing Yaki Soba there on the ground attack. They were very, very high flying through the air. Great catch by Matthew Rogers. Speaking of high flying, a great grab, and he brings it down another 1st and 10. And it was a nice combination in San Francisco last year between Yaki Soba on the ground and then going to Matthew Rogers. And I look at Matthew Rogers, honestly and truly took that one from Bruce Thornton's hands. That one was a little bit, well, I shouldn't say a little bit, that was quite a bit behind. And he's able to just turn around and, like I said, pluck that one out of the hands of Bruce Thornton, who's already had a big day today. Now that is Maddox with the tackle. So he said we've called his name quite a bit in this one, but it's a gain of 2 on the carry. So 2nd and 8 now coming up. Wonder with time. He's going to throw out to Rogers, right side of the field on a little post route. Spreading to the sidelines, and he picks up the first down. This is a nice job of that offensive line buying him time, but I'll tell you what I think helped King Wonder more than anything in this third quarter. It looks as if they are really trying to adjust to the three-step drops, getting the football out of the hands of King Wonder quicker. And it seemed to really pay big dividends for him up to this point. They're just outside the 30-yard line. Now inside the 30, close to the 25, after another good carry of 5 yards for Yaki Soba. 2nd and 5, inside of 3 minutes here in this third quarter. Wonder. Gonna throw. Nobody home. Incomplete. That ball not really a catchable ball for anybody. And so that brings up 3rd and 5. This is a big play right here. You're down here in scoring position, at least for the field goal unit, for Schwarmer to come on. But what you want to do is you want to be able to show that you can pick this 3rd down up and keep the drive alive. You want to get in the end zone here today. Wonder. With time, going to throw. There's a flag. They may get an interference call that's going to go their way here. Let's see.
Pass interference, number 25.
And it is.
Defense.
It will go against the Cowboys.
Automatic first down.
And it's an automatic first down for the Rams. This drive will continue. As they said, there was a little bit of interference there, impeding the wide receiver from completing the route there and the completion. And so inside the red zone for the first time today are the St. Louis Rams. King Wonder to the end zone. It's batted away. Incomplete. Actually, very close to being intercepted. And that's a good play right there. We've seen that number 25 of the Cowboys was called for the infraction, and then he comes right back with a really good deflection.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Trying to earn his lunch out here today. 2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the right, and it's split backs behind the quarterback, King Wonder. Wonder going to throw an out route, and it is picked up. That's complete to Balmer. Jay Balmer, the tight end. He gains 4 yards, and once more another 3rd down situation upcoming here for the St. Louis Rams. 3rd and 6 on the way. King Wonder, 9 of 21 on the day, over 100 yards. 3 receivers to the right. Wonder going to roll out now, then throw back across his body, but somehow he's able to connect with his big man, number 88, Jayo Ayakilome. Look at that. That's one that you'll stop and you'll put a timestamp on if you're watching this game back, if you're looking at game film for the St. Louis Rams. A great job of King Wonder. Although a little dangerous there to roll out right and throw back left. But he makes it work, and then he gives it to Yaki Soba. Stretches the field left and steps in the end zone for the first touchdown of the day for the St. Louis Rams. A very nice drive. Had 2 big 3rd down completions that kept this one going. And then in the end, they got the little bit of help there with the defensive pass interference, but they capitalize on that field position. And if this extra point is good by Schwarmer, it will be an 18-point game.
The extra point is good.
And the extra point is good. So, as we said, preseason, 13 plays, 75 yards. You look at the things that you can take away from this game and build upon. That is one of them. A great job of King Wonder and the St. Louis Rams taking an extended drive. We've been asking for it the whole game. Show us that you can put together a lengthy drive. No 3 and outs, no punts. Go the length of the field, get some points on the board. And I got to say, the St. Louis defense, after, giving up 28 points early in this game, it was a 4-score game by the end of the first quarter, at least the beginning of the second quarter. Since then, the Cowboys have been kept out of the end zone. And since then, St. Louis has been able to put 10 points on the board. So a good little stretch here. If the game hadn't started out as rocky as it did for St. Louis, we could be looking at a different ball game here based on the way that it's went the rest of the way out. Maccabees throwing or I should say Wonder, I'll get it right, Willie Beeman throwing to Isabella Maccabees out of the backfield. Makes a man miss. And almost takes that to distance. I tell you, that's just how dangerous Isabella Maccabee certainly is. Like I said, it's preseason for this broadcaster here too, getting used to all these new rosters and names. But again, I appreciate y'all's patience with that. 1st and 10 coming outside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Here's Maccabees with the run up the middle. Picks up 5. And unfortunately, we've got our first injury of the day. That's Jimmy Williams. You certainly hate to see that. Williams, a cornerback there for the Rams, and they certainly had a tough day in that department, in that side of the field. The cornerbacks getting burned on a couple of plays early in this one, and now you hate to see an injury come to one of them that's going to deplete, that secondary there. They still got 2, though. They got Prince Wonder and A.C. Jackson, as well as the strong safety E.M.D. Watson. But you hate to see it. Good thing is about the AFA, if your player does go out, you are just out for the remainder of the game or to whenever your player checks back in. If it's actually during the same game, they will never be out for multiple weeks. It'll only be, at the most, the duration of the game if the injury is severe enough. Another good run by Maccabees, who, look at that, he literally went between the tight end and the defensive end to pick up the first down. 131 yards on 18 attempts. Like we said, about a 7-yard average. This has just been incredible for Isabella Maccabees out here today. And as we said, playing, RB2 spot last season, not as many opportunities to shine. But I'll tell you this, here in Dallas, they put their faith, hope, and trust in Isabella Maccabees in that backfield, at least for this preseason game. And they're going to certainly be happy with that result of it. 2nd and 4, folks. We are closing in on the 4th quarter here. Bottled up. Still gets a couple yards. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys.
3rd and 1. Ball at the 35.
We'll get one more play at least here. And guess who? It's Maccabees somehow fighting her way for another first down. Keep the drive going. We said those 3rd and shorts have been very hard for St. Louis to contain today, and the Cowboys win in 3rd down. That's about been the length that they've had to go to get the first each and every time. We're on to the 4th quarter. The Cowboys leading the Rams 28-10. You're watching the AFA on YouTube. Camera duty here on the call. Very, very excited to be back and calling American Football Association action. Spring football on the way, and you just got to love it. Maccabees reeled in after another 7-yard carry. Like we said, that's been about Maccabees' average today, 7 yards on the carry. You see him working on the sidelines there, trying to get Williams back in the game. The Cowboys on a mission right here, I think, to continue to just pound the football, run the clock out. Pretty much this entire drive has been exclusively Isabella Maccabees, and now they're working their way very, very closely here to the red zone. This time stopped. A nice tackle made by 99, Kevon Lurkland. And it's 3rd and 2 coming.
3rd and 2. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Another 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys to try to capitalize on. Man in motion. That's Flowers. The give to Maccabees, who this time is bottled up and I believe will be stopped. Now they're going to bring out the chain gang. First measurement of the day that we'll see. It may be interesting to see if they are short, if they do try to line up and go for it. Oh, and they're going to say first down. Just enough. Now that was close. It was not even the full length of the football, but just enough that Maccabees is able to get on the carry, and it's 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. And the drive continuing, looking for their first points of the third quarter. Again, right now they are in chew clock mode. Lurkland again with the tackle. Back to the line of scrimmage. Folks, we'll have more preseason action coming your way. Of course, you're always welcome to go back and watch the videos on demand on the American Football Association YouTube page to get caught up on any action that you might have missed. 2nd and 10. Here's the throw out of the backfield to Maccabees. Bottled up, contained, and that's the first negative yards I think we've seen all day on a passing play and a play that goes to Isabella Maccabees. That is a loss, and for the first, or one of the very few times today, we'll put it that way, it is 3rd and 12 here for the Cowboys, 3rd and long, inside of 6 minutes remaining in this game. Trips to the right. Now a chance for the Cowboys to show they can navigate out of this 3rd and long. Beeman going to throw, and it's short. Incomplete as it hits the ground before it really made its way to Silo Jackson, who was the intended wide receiver. And so now the Cowboys will get an opportunity to bring their special teams unit in, get them some reps here on this preseason. 39-yard attempt coming from the right hash mark. Here's the snap, good hold, the kick, up and good. Another long drive for the Cowboys that resulted in over 4 minutes of time chewed off the clock. And in the end, a field goal coming here to tack on 3 for the Cowboys, 31-10. 5:47 remaining in the fourth. Now, as I said, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I'm going to look at the positives, and in the way of the Rams, who, more than likely being a 21-point deficit, going to come out of here with the loss today. But we can say that after a very disastrous first quarter, since then their defense has done a pretty good job of stalling out this Cowboys offense. Yes, 31 points put on the board. Like I said, 28 of it coming in the early portion of the game. The St. Louis defense, since then, they've done a pretty good job in getting more accustomed to what the Cowboys was throwing at them. For the Rams, they've been able to put 10 points on the board since those early scores of this game against the Cowboys, and now they look to tack on more before this game is over. Some bright spots on offense for the Cowboys, actually, we'll start with the Cowboys, of course. Willie Beeman, Isabella Maccabee, Silo Jackson, Kobe Flowers. For the Rams on offense, King Wonders made some big plays as we went along here, as he's gotten a lot more warmed up. That was almost another big-time play, looking for Jay Ballmer, but the pass falls incomplete. You look at Wonders' pass chart, and it has certainly gotten better since an earlier look at it, as he's been able to complete to just about every area of the field except for the deep ball there on the right side of the field. He's not been able to really hone that one in yet, but that will come with time on the young QB. Yaki Soba's had a good day. Matthew Rogers, Jay Ballmer with some big plays as well. And they're still fighting here. Here's a throw short, but what a good play. Now that is a great effort that you're going to want to take note of, as that is number 88, Jayo Oyakilome. Now the throw is short, and you've got to rely on Oyakilome to make a big play to keep the drive going, and he does a little stutter step there, throws the defense off, and then the big man rumbles, and they couldn't get him down until he crossed the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. The drive continues, and there's Matthew Rogers in motion. Wonder throws, it's tipped and incomplete. Number 49 with the deflection, Storm Duck, the free safety. We've called his name a couple of times today. And 4:46 now remaining in this ball game. Here's Wonder going to throw off the hands of Matthew Rogers. Really, we'll say no harm, no foul there, because had that been caught, he didn't have much of an opportunity to run after the catch at all. So 3rd and 10. Drifts to the left Two receivers to the right for King Wonder with pressure coming. He unloads. It's again incomplete. Lockdown coverage that time. That's Thornton once more. Boy, they went after him a couple of times today, and more often than not, he has responded in a big way. That is a big defensive moment there for the Dallas Cowboys. And on 4th and 10, you will see the Rams go for it here. Down by 21. They got to pick up 10 yards here, trying to get their first 4th down conversion of the day. It's a toss play, trying to throw the Cowboys off, and it doesn't get near enough. Maybe 5 yards, maybe 6 at the most. Soba comes over to the bench and throws the helmet down. A little frustrated with the way that the day has went for him, the offense. Cowboys defense looking very, very good. I tell you, this Dallas Cowboys team, to be an expansion team, they've got some great pieces, great coaching as well. And so they come out with a really good game plan today. And now you can bet that it's going to be the plan to give it to number 28 and chew the clock out. Hit at the line and falls forward. Gain of 3 for Maccabees. I made the comment in a previous stream that Ashton Genty, one of the best ways to get Ashton Genty down was to, get down around the ankles. Same can be said here for Isabella Maccabees, who, doesn't really go down with any of that upper body contact. I mean, you pretty much going to grab her by the shoelaces. Feeds off the contact. 3-yard gain here. And a gain of, as I said, 3 sets up a 3rd and 5 situation. No hurry by the Cowboys here, just trying to take as much time off the clock as they can possibly manage.
3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd and 5. Two receivers to the right, 2 men in the backfield here for the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the snap. Maccabees attacks the middle of the formation again and will be stopped short of the first. That's Lurkland again on the tackle. He's came on good in this game. And again, like I said, attaboy to this Rams defense. They have been able to keep the Cowboys out of the end zone, for the majority of this second half. They are getting ready to punt it away. As a matter of fact, not quite in field goal range for their kicker. So a good stop by the Rams late in this one. This punt, high spiraling punt, going to be fielded at about the 10. Rogers brings this one out to the 15. Good opportunity here for the Rams to try to put together a 2-minute drive. That's, another thing that, you want to work on in this preseason opportunity that you have in front of you. They want to go 85 yards here. Here's a throw. Wonder off target, incomplete again, going for Thornton. And it's his intended wide out there. Number 82 was hoping to maybe draw the penalty there, as you see him calling for the flag, but it does not happen. 2nd and 10 coming. Wonder going to drop back, steps up now, throws. There's a flag. The pass is caught, and we're going to see who's going to get this infraction. Oh, man, that was a really good completion, too, but it's an eligible receiver downfield, number 51 of the Rams, and that is going to push the Rams back 5 more yards, 2nd and 15, as he just stepped outside that boundary there, found himself a little too far downfield. Rolling out. Here's Wonder. Throwing, bobbled off the hands of Oyakilome, and he's looking for a flag that time, but I think he just bobbled that one right off the visor. Right off the face mask, and his hands just really couldn't bring it in. Empty set on 3rd and 15. Throwing the interception. It's Thornton again. A pick six. Second pick six of the day for the Dallas Cowboys. And unfortunately for King Warner, that's the second one to go against him. And guess who it is? Bruce Thornton. Yeah, he knew. Watching the eyes of that quarterback, King Warner, and they have went to that side of the field that Bruce Thornton has been on all day long. They have tempted number 27, and unfortunately, time and time again, he has burned them. He gets the touchdown on the pick six. This extra point is up and good. 2:21 now remaining in this ball game, and it's once more out to a 28-point lead for Dallas. 38-10, the score here in Texas. This one will be returned as Rodgers brings this out as he gets it at the goal line and runs across the 20 out to the 23-yard line with 2:17 remaining, and the Rams now with another opportunity to hopefully move down the field here and put some more points on the board before the day is done. How about the Cowboys? I mean, just an incredible display offensively and defensively today. Wonder throws high for his intended target. Oyakilome back to the drawing board, incomplete. Again, you see that pass chart by King Wonder. You know, you see his most comfortable spots, middle of the field. He's 3 of 5. He's also doing well on the shallow left side of the field. Deep balls, he's done okay. They've kept him kind of relatively short. A lot of slants, a lot of drag routes. Not really been able to open it up there so far in this game. But he will get a chance to throw deep here. Leaping grab! And a great job by Matthew Rodgers, who comes down in bounds. Brings us to the 2-minute warning. They won't get this one off. 2 minutes remain. The Cowboys completely in control here, up by 28. You're watching the AFA on YouTube. Cameron Duty here with you for the final 2 minutes of this game. The fourth quarter quickly coming to a close. The Rams wanting one more opportunity to get down the field here and put some more points on the board before this day is through. Here is a throw. That's contested by Oyakilome. He does bring it in, and he calls a timeout. No gain on the play. I think they were looking for more of a wide receiver screen there, and for King Wonder, he'll want to go back and try to work on, not putting so much air underneath that football there. They will actually say a gain of 1, so 2nd and 9. Wonder throws, coming back for it on a little curl route is Matthew Rodgers. He calls the second timeout. 1 remaining for the St. Louis Rams in this one. Folks, as we said, Season 2 quickly approaching. A lot of excitement, a lot of buzzing, I guess we'll say some electricity being generated as that pass is complete. Nice play there. And the third and final timeout called by the Rams. But a lot of excitement coming over Season 2. So many things, as we said, the new teams, the expansion teams, so, changing locations as well. You got Cincinnati coming over from New York. And you got these Rams here coming over from San Francisco. Here's a throw in stride, complete out to the 15-yard line. King Wonder, who is approaching 40 pass attempts on the day. That was one of his best throws of the entire evening. They'll go at it again. Here's the throw, middle of the field, complete, getting inside the 5, down to about the 2. Actually, they'll say just outside the 1. 1st and goal, getting everybody in position here in the hurry-up offense. No huddle, no timeouts. Wonder with time, throws, end zone, batted away. Storm Duck with the deflection. You see the frustration there Even though it's preseason, a loss is it's still a loss to these players. They don't want to lose. These players wouldn't want to lose if you were, playing a game of Tiddlywinks or Jenga or Monopoly, for example. I mean, just great competitors out here. So, yeah, preseason, it's still going to sting. It's great material, though, to work with, though. That pass off the mark, he had Rodgers opening. They're breaking free on a route, but couldn't connect with him. So, 3rd and goal. Pocket collapsing around him. He steps in there, and he does a good job of throwing getting the football off. But, again, just a little off there with Matthew Rodgers, although that is chemistry that they will continue to work on. 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. There's the throw. They do connect this time to Matthew Rodgers. Going back to number 10. They said, hey, let's try it again. And a great throw right there. A great way of capping off the drive. And that's just your classic crossing pattern there to the back of the goal line.
Number 7 to attempt the extra point. Number 13, holding.
And if that is the last time that the Rams get the football in this game, that is a good way to end this preseason matchup. Getting back in the end zone, 2nd touchdown of the day for the offense. 38-17 now the score. They will line up for the onside kick, though, to try to get this back to their offense. If they can do so, we'll see what happens here. Fielded easily by the Dallas Cowboys. And it's 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, and all that's left to do now is send your offense out here for the Cowboys. And in the land that invented the victory formation by the classic Tom Landry, well, the Cowboys here in the AFA will get a chance to do that very same formation. And here's the kneel down. And now all that's left is to run the clock out on a good day for this expansion Dallas Cowboys team that come out looking very, very good here at home. Highlights, as I said, for both of these teams. A lot of good things to take away, but also some things that they can certainly work and improve upon before we get started for Season 2. And like I said, that's quickly coming around the corner. We're looking at like 10, full weeks of regular season football that we're going to get a chance to enjoy. And so just many more announcements to come as the days go on. Final kneel down, as you actually see the backup quarterback there in for Willie Beeman getting a couple of snaps in the victory formation. Beeman going to call it a day here, just a couple of seconds early, and a job well done by QB number 13 and his Dallas Cowboys. Final score from Texas, 38-17. The Cowboys beat the Rams in a preseason special, one that, as we said, 28 of the Cowboys' 38 points actually came from, very early in this game, in the first quarter and crossing over to the beginning of the second quarter. So they had a big day here early, and after the rest of the way, it was just up to the defense and the offense to keep their foot on the gas and maintain that lead as the Rams were not able to make it back up. Welcome into this post-game show. Final team comparisons here. Time of possession, pretty even. Even the total yards at the end of the day. As you see, passing yards over 200 there for King Wonder, who got in on the action. Beeman only 107 yards on the day, but nearly 170 rushing yards total for the Cowboys, and a lot of those going to Isabella Maccabees. King Wonder 203 yards and a touchdown today, and just over 100 yards for Willie Beeman. Matthew Rodgers, the leading kick returner, 148 yards today. Also, he's the leading receiver with 121 yards and a touchdown. Very characteristic of him. But your leading rusher, Maccabees, 162 yards and 3 touchdowns. Although a good day at the office for Yaki Soba also. Bruce Thornton with a big day today. He had a lot of deflections and tackles as well as a pick six. So he's probably going to get a nod for defensive player of the game, I would think. And at the end of it, The player of the game, well, of course, it's going to go to Isabella Maccabees, and that's going to do it here today. Congratulations to Maccabees and the Cowboys on a preseason victory as they take on the St. Louis Rams, and they defeat them by a margin of 28 points. Folks, tune in next time. More preseason action to come, and soon we'll have regular season action coming at you. I'm Cameron Duty. You're watching the American Football Association on YouTube. We'll see you next time.